Uno. Welcome, gearheads, gear chicks, and gear kids. Episode number 10, guys.
Hey, we made her.
We made her. Double digits. We're here.
Close to a legal age.
Did everybody get a chance to check out number 9?
Still on the clock.
Yes.
Yeah, I did last night. Watched it with the family.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Made some popcorn downstairs.
Hell yeah.
Kind of like the big premiere to a big movie. So we got this big thing of popcorn. Everybody got their drink, and I even had the dun, 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 dun.
I don't remember putting that part in.
No, it was cool. It was neat. I liked it. I liked the episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
I'm going to listen to her on the way down tonight.
I was
What are
really
you going down on?
You're right. That's what that sounded like.
Oh my god.
I hate you.
God, you drinking already?
yeah. So yeah, that's where I was at with it. I like the clips you put in. I really do. I liked the
Showing the cars.
I like the hammer time. I like the TikTok clip was nice. Showing the cars is nice. The Matitude.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
on that thing.
Anytime Matt gets that attitude, I put it right down there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Fair warning.
Fair warning.
It's fine. He's listening to it. He's not watching it.
Yeah.
So what do you all think? Should we just get right into Facebook follower topics? I had a bunch again.
Yep.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah. Well, you guys better all relax and sit back for these. I mean, there's quite a few again, and all good ones. I had a hard time picking, but I went through and kind of previewed them all and picked what I thought would be interesting this week. I left some for next episode too. So,
Excellent.
topic number 1, Andrew C. Hafer. He wants our opinion on LED headlights.
They're great.
You like them?
Yeah,
Well, then you start this.
that's
What
good.
do you think? You like them?
Unless you're coming at you.
Shine bright.
Nice stuff.
yeah.
No, I like we put a lot of them in, and a lot of happy customers. Just like anything else, it evolves.
Yeah, they're better. Definitely can see better. Them damn deers in the ditch.
Yep,
Yeah.
you can see the critters better, but damn, when they're coming at you, they're
Yeah.
bright.
Something to aim at.
Yeah, I highly recommend the fog light upgrade too right away. Because
Yeah.
then you really piss some people off that are coming at you. And I had one coming home from Manitowoc. I had McDonald's, and I had my nuggets here, and then I had my sauce in there, and I was driving with my knee, and I was
Allegedly.
dipping in my sweet and sour sauce, you know. I'm eating my nuggets as I'm coming down 151, and this guy lays on the brights, right? And I don't have my brights on. So I had everything I could do to grab that lever to pull it back to give him the old flashback, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
people need to understand if your fog lights are on, your brights are not on.
That's not always true.
Yeah.
It's not always
You
true.
can
No,
go on
because
for
I
that.
have
It's going to tell me all tires are black too.
no.
Well, no, my Tahoe has what they call the high 6 mod. I
Oh,
put in a little
yeah.
motherboard, so when I hit my high beams, everything
From the
turns on.
factory.
Oh,
From the factory, yeah.
From the
yes.
factory. If your fog lights are on, your brights aren't on.
Yeah.
If you want to manipulate stuff and be cool, that's fine with me because we can do that here.
My Dodge had that.
The tinted windshield's real nice with 6 LEDs shining down the road.
You gotta do that to the Murderado.
Colorado.
Oh, now that's what we're coining now that you
Yeah.
got. Now that's all
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, you can buy that for that too.
Tomorrow it'll be mine.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Are you putting LED headlights in the new high roller car?
They probably already have them in
I
there.
think that comes stock with it, right?
I like the equity and diversity in your family though. You got a black one and now she ended up getting a white Tahoe.
Yeah.
And tidy whitey.
And tidy whitey.
So what, you get ass packed and you get a free Silverado for it?
Yep. No, I get ass packed and I had to buy her one.
Well, I mean, you still get a really nice Silverado out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a shop that can fix that bumper for you real quick.
Yeah, me too. I already got the bumper.
Yeah.
I'd say it was just the bumper, right? That's all it hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Who hit you?
Himself?
A semi.
It's semi, yeah, you got ass
I got
packed by semi.
rear-ended by a semi.
He was doing a
Right
roller.
You know what?
Right up the old.
Yeah, he was doing a roller.
Unfortunately, that's not the biggest thing that's ever aspect him.
Jamal?
To each their own. $20, $20. So
Yeah, right. I'm with you.
Businessmen.
Stay strong.
I got expensive hobbies.
Lunars.
Them are not cheap.
The semi didn't use lube.
No.
So any more for Andrew on his LED headlights?
He'll appreciate the banter.
Well, I guess what I found, and I want to throw this in, is it doesn't matter if you get a brand name one. The Amazon ones are nice. We've had good luck with them.
Yeah.
The Napa ones are very, very good. I mean, we haven't had any comebacks where we had problems with them, and if they do, they warranty them. They stand behind them. But what I'm getting at is, if you want to go on eBay, you want to go on Amazon, you want to go on Alibaba or whatever he uses.
Oh yeah, the Bobo or whatever.
Yeah,
the
Bobo,
fuck
Bebo,
Bozo the clown.
Bozo.
No, that's the guy that's working the computer.
Yeah, so just pick out a set, make sure they fit your application, and I guess we could all say 100% unanimously,
Yeah.
LED headlights are a great upgrade, Andrew. Yes, so get them in that Camaro right away.
Well,
Yep.
I have other opinions too on it.
Oh, you're gonna chime in now?
Why
Yeah.
don't you get a different hat? Because it's 70 degrees outside. You don't need a winter hat.
It's like 59 today.
His ears are
So-
cold, even with his muffs on.
God. But I see some LED headlight bulbs. They don't perform too well in factory projectors. I've seen that. I had an Outback for a while that I put LEDs in, and they were worse than the halogens.
Oh, okay.
And I spent like $60 on them.
Yeah.
But I know HIDs, the like the upgrade from straight to halogen to HIDs are like really bright in projectors. But like our headlights, not projector, reflective headlights, LEDs rocking.
Rock.
Yeah.
I feel like you should be singing karaoke with the mic over there like
is.
that.
yeah.
Hallelujah.
It's got a manly grip on it though.
Yeah,
What are you talking about? I got my pinky holding the cable. I'm like,
yeah, it's like a reach around kind of.
I'm not being blocked from my boom arm
Yeah,
anymore.
right. That's true.
I
Yeah.
like it.
I never
Now the
noticed it.
views are gonna go down.
Mm-hmm. You're good on headlights. We're good on headlights. We
Yeah.
we got some
Yeah.
good info here.
LEDs are nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I should get them in the Jetta.
You don't even have working
Just get-
fucking low
just
beams.
get on-
They don't.
Just get normal.
Start
ones.
with two
They don't
headlights.
sell. They sell the bulbs in pairs, not one at a time. Number 2, Chris Genty again, Lakeshore Auto Glass guy.
We got to get him on here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. He has a question for us. How have cars and vehicles changed over the years, and how have computers affected them and got involved now compared to how basic cars were back in the 70s, 80s, early 90s? I guess he wants our input on what we think about how computers have changed on vehicles.
Right,
Well,
you could almost go by decades.
yeah, you could almost.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
For sure.
you know, early 90s, like Keith's truck, you started to get into TBI, some computer controlled stuff. You could Jet made a chip you could put in the computer. That was the big
Well,
upgrade.
you change
for
out
the
the
truck.
prom.
Yep. And now look at nowadays. I mean, Christ, everything's ran by a computer or a sensor. You know.
Yep.
Who wants to start on that one? You want to start?
Sure, I can start with that
Okay,
one. I have a little bone to pick with the new technology. With that Jetta I got, I've been having problems with getting a key programmed for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the dash talks to the ABS talks to the ECU talks to the BCU. It's like
Yep.
so much shit goes on at one time to.
Christ, some of them go through the radio. Now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, my radio's locked. I have to put a pin in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it. I have to call
GM
the,
did that in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you go back to like his truck, I could probably hop in that thing and hotwire it and go chilling down the road.
Right,
I don't need
right.
no chip in my key or
Yeah,
anything like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
It's, I mean,
Probably why they're doing it like that.
Yeah.
yeah, I get that, especially with like the Kia boys going on like Milwaukee and Chicago, stealing Kias
Right.
with almost no effort. You know, you need better security in them,
Who
but
the hell would
when
want one of them?
You just
they're free.
It's one of the highest.
I suppose one of the
yeah.
But realistically, it's one of the most stolen vehicles right now.
yeah, as the Kias because it's so easy to.
And the Telluride is actually a pretty nice vehicle, but it is, I mean,
That and Hellcats. Hellcats have been
You
like
don't-
Dodge has been really weird with their security systems. People can walk up with like an amplified antenna to your house, get your key to amplify off the antenna, and go start the Dodge.
what the?
And then you can drive away without the key, but once you shut it off, you can't start it again.
Right.
That's all it is.
so I'm going to touch on that, what you just said there. That gone in 60 seconds. No, yes. Gone in 60 seconds where they walk by and then get the car out of the garage by using that thing.
Yep.
And they get the garage code. That is basically what they're doing now to start the cars.
Yep.
Just think about this. Back in the 30s, how low crime was. The 40s, the 50s, how low crime was. Look at how basic our vehicles were because nobody stole them. Now you got high crime. You got a lot of people stealing vehicles. Everything evolved, I feel, because of that to prevent people from stealing your shit, I guess, you know.
Right.
So as Justin was talking, that just kind of came to me. It's like, you know, how simple vehicles were in the 30s and 40s and 50s, 60s.
But people were different back then too.
I really feel
Yeah,
people
because
were
they
different.
got their asses kicked
Yeah,
when they were
yeah,
kids,
yeah.
and they knew right from wrong.
Right from
like,
wrong, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now today, it's dumb.
It's dumb. Yeah, we could have a whole episode on that.
Yeah,
You know what I
fuck
mean?
me.
But kind of what I had said before, you know, everything was simpler back then because I feel like it could be. Life was simpler back then.
100%.
You know, everything was. I felt like vehicle prices were way down. Everything was simpler. It didn't need to be complex. As we kind of talked here, crime rates were lower. You didn't need all this safety stuff. I mean, Christ, I remember when I was little, we'd let the keys in our vehicles.
You don't?
You know, I don't now. No, I usually take it out with me. But I mean, back in the day, my parents would let them in the driveway with the keys in them. You know. Do I think it's a good thing on the direction it's going? Yes and no. Technology is a good thing. I don't think, like Justin said, that we need all of this shit in these vehicles. I don't think we need all of this stuff in these vehicles right now, all these computer chips, all these sensors. Makes it harder for us as technicians to diagnose this stuff without all the computers, to read the computers. So I guess that's my 2 cents on it. What do you got, Chris?
With basic wiring skills, you could like wire one of these race cars. I mean, I hate the technology, to be honest with you, because
Is that because you hate change?
no,
Because you're old?
it's because I'm not smart enough to understand that
Pot
shit.
calls the kettle black. Calls Chris old.
I'll admit it. I'm too stupid to understand the computer bullshit. So I'd rather deal with like I don't remember what year it was, 2008, 2009. Laura wanted a Grand Prix, and I looked under the hood and I couldn't even see the engine. I'm like, just so you know, Hunez, I can't work on this damn thing.
Yeah.
Honey.
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 So I mean,
She's in our list again this week.
oh man,
Yeah, she's got something for
She
you.
got a life one again, don't she?
Yeah.
It's always a life one.
Yeah, life ones are at the end.
she's trying to get dirt on me. Well, she's got plenty. Never
I was
mind.
gonna say, you've been married. How long you been married, bud?
How big a ski hill you want to build?
Right?
How long have I been married? 17, 18 years, something like that.
Yeah. How old's Toner?
21.
There you got it.
That doesn't make any sense. We got married when she was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
4?
Yo.
3? 3 or 4? I don't know. She was little.
Okay, now that you just criminalized yourself because you don't know your anniversary.
She knows that.
She-
We've been married for a long time. She knows that.
Yeah.
I got CRS. Can't remember shit.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the computers?
I would agree with Chris. I mean, I think the only reason we've gotten more technology is because people have gotten more stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Wow.
Well-
See, I'm gonna argue that point though.
You're right. I mean, sensors so you don't change the lane and hit the guy next to you.
yeah.
Where back in the day, you simply just did this. Yeah, there's nobody there. It's
Well, and,
time-
like
well, over.
like TPMS, like you can tell if your tire is low, but some people just
They'll
don't
just-
have the common sense to.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen some stuff on the internet. People driving, they run the rim right down.
Yeah.
Right down to the bottom of the hub.
Yeah.
I mean, people are so dumb. Think about just driving down the road, how many signs you see.
Yeah.
You know, no U-turns or there's a turn ahead. Fucking everybody knows that shit. Why do you gotta have a fucking sign saying it?
Yeah.
Well,
Not everybody stays in a
We-
same
we-
4
we-
mile radius, Chris.
We cater to the dumb.
We do. Yeah. Bill Engvall said it best. Here's your sign.
Yep.
Oh,
that was, yeah. I like
Probably
that one.
gonna.
Yeah, here's your sign.
Now we're all the way down here.
Yeah, we're.
Hey, I wasn't done.
Oh, you're not.
I mean, I'm not saying there's not pluses to having more technology. There's comforts to it, but I mean, like that.
Can you turn the cooled seats on in your truck?
What do you need them for?
Yeah, it used to be back in the day. You pulled that little thing next
Oh,
to you.
Oh, the
Ball
crotch
vent.
vent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Ball Chiller 2000.
yeah.
Yeah, and then that vent flapped open way down there by your foot.
Yeah,
I miss that.
the good old days.
Toby, we're
Nice. 2 for 2.
Why is it so far away this week?
It's
You're
not.
making it now.
And I mean, with that Bel Air, I had the motor out in a couple hours. It was a couple wires, unhooked the bell housing. I mean, motor and tranny.
Yeah. Few lines.
It's
Yeah.
it's super simple.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I don't think I could have did that with a new car.
No.
I think you could.
Yeah.
Well, to add on a little bit to Keith, I mean, look at these drag cars, 5,000 horsepower drag cars with the new traction control systems that they have.
They got sensors on everything.
Yeah, ride
Drive
height and
shaft.
everything, drive
Drive-
shaft speed.
Yeah.
It's insane with what they can do.
They don't even tune their own cars for the most part anymore.
No.
No, they self-tune as you drive down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's tuners out there that make big bucks, and that's
Oh,
all it
yeah.
is, tune.
Yeah.
I like computers to an extent.
God, you make me edit so much. You have so many fucking pauses in between you talking.
I'm trying to actually remember the actual question because it's been so long and we went off topics. There's so many different things.
Oh, old school versus pretty much new school with technology.
I'm 100% in the new school category.
Are you really?
Yes, because there is things that are in place, like your lane assist, that the person who's next to me that's not paying attention, I won't hit, or they won't hit me because they're putting on their makeup or whatever.
Well,
or
then
brushing their
I'll
teeth.
argue what you're saying. Instead of putting all the shit in there, because we know people are playing on their phones and they're not fucking
Right.
paying attention to what's driving, can we just put a signal blocker in the car as soon as you put it in drive or gear? It blocks the signal to your phone and you can't
No
fuck with
Well,
it.
that I mean that I wouldn't doubt that that's coming on down the
Well,
pipe at some point.
it won't
But-
ever, because it'll be unconstitutional. Like, we can't take your line of communication away or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Wisconsin, where we are, is one of the few states left that does not require hands-free talking.
They do in the big trucks, though.
They do in
Yeah,
big
they do
trucks,
in the big trucks.
but there's a lot of states where you have to have that headset. If you want to talk, it has to be hands-free, because you know, and people who use it, who come from a different state, and you're driving on the road and you look over as you're passing them and they're blah, 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 and you look over, what the hell are they? You know, they're talking to themselves. But no, but as far as the diagnostic side of the world, it gives the consumer a very false
Security.
security or inclining on what is wrong. Well, your computer's going to tell you exactly what's wrong.
Oh,
That is not the truth.
no.
That is not the truth. It will point you in the right direction. It will give you ideas. It will give you a area to look at, but it will not exactly say, hey, change spark plug number 5 because it's misfiring. No, it will say cylinder number 5 is misfiring, but from there we can go to a slew of things: your injector, your compression, your spark plug, your wire, your coil, what have you. That part of it sucks. The wiring side of the world, which you guys all touched on, has gotten much less because of the CAN bus system. Everything can communicate on two lines, CAN high, CAN low.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And
CAN bus
I'm
at
getting
all.
I'm getting pretty deep into it, but
Garbage can?
as a technician, the how that communicates and all that stuff, it does make it a little bit easier when you have a broken wire or something like that.
I think you're on the can high.
Lunar can.
But I also don't like carburetors. So
I have no clue what the fuck you just said.
No, neither.
that's okay.
I do. After Ethan Drake's truck, I understand what you're saying with CAN bus.
Right.
I just place one random wire into a CAN bus high, and it reads everything from the transmission somehow.
Yes, because it communicates. That's how it communicates.
Can
Yeah.
bust inside your mom.
Oh, come on, bro.
Zeke!
How the fuck is
Isn't that even fair? I can't say that back. She signs my goddamn checks.
Oh, I sign them.
Oh, fair enough.
She prints them.
We'll check to
But-
kick my ass for saying it.
That's where I'm at.
You're all done geeking out down there now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll put my glasses a little tighter for
Push
you
them
guys.
up tighter, nerd.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The first time I wasn't called a nerd. Hell yeah.
But that's his deal. You know, he knows that stuff, and that's Matt's deal. You know, I can't get myself to get into it. I just can't. You know.
Yeah, but you're working with what you have, which works good. So why change it?
Yeah.
Look,
Right.
you know, the race cars, the Monty, it works good with what it has. You don't need to put the technology into it.
Right.
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 Don't
No.
change what ain't broken.
No, I wouldn't. Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
Yeah.
Daytona Sea for number 3.
Fish lips.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's where we start getting into
Deeper topics.
deeper conversations, life conversations.
Why do sea hapers always do that to us?
It's
I'm going home.
always on the backside of we start out with some automotive ones and then we get into these. She wants to know what life event has shaped you the most.
Oof.
Okay, she's not allowed to answer these anymore.
Yeah, we're blocking her off the page.
She doesn't answer. She just asks.
No, she answers our
She
question.
answers our question.
Oh, oh yeah. Got
Damn you,
gotcha.
Daytona.
Yeah.
Who made her?
Laura.
You're probably right, because she's the same one who asks life questions as well.
Well, that's how they fight like cats because they're so much alike.
Yeah.
Who wants to start? 'Cause I got to think about this one a little bit,
I'll
and I
go.
even wrote the script, and I didn't come up with anything.
I'll go. How about we start in the middle?
Okay.
When my buddy Andy passed away, it would have been a year after I graduated. He would have been a senior. That one changed my life the most.
Yeah. Made you start thinking about things.
What changed you about what about it changed you?
Well, looking back on it now, he ended up donating organs, and at the time the lady came in, I don't know, one of Andy's organs helped her son or something, and she was thanking us, and I'm like, at that time I was immature, just out of high school. I'm like,
What
I
changed
got
there?
pissed off, and I'm like, why is she thanking us for Andy being dead? No, that's the way I took it back then, but now I look back and I'm like, fucking A, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Andy helped save somebody else's life. So,
What changed there though? Like what turned the light on at that point for you?
well, that actually started my decline into alcoholism really bad.
The loss of him, or
Yeah.
or you recognizing that his organs helped somebody else?
That
live?
was later on down the road. I realized
so that light didn't click until later on.
No,
Correct.
Okay.
Because at the time I was just pissed at the world. Like,
You get that way. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I ended up naming my son after him. That's what I mean.
Here's to him.
Cheers.
Rest in peace, Andy.
Mm-hmm. Who's next? Nobody.
Go that way. Go that way.
I could do another one when she was born. That changed my life. First time ever pulling out of the hospital with her in the back seat. I felt like one of those grandmas. I was like
Yeah.
making sure nobody was gonna hit
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of us sitting around here, with maybe the exception of Keith, life and death is a huge one for us. For me, it's both.
Mm-hmm.
The birth of my son, he's 3, and the death of my daughter, she would have been 8. That makes a huge difference for me. You look at life, how fragile it actually was, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or is, I should say, not was, is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All at the same time.
She'd be 7. I take that back.
Yeah.
Holding Daytona when she was born made me realize how much I was mad at my dad. May he rest in peace. He just passed away. So, I mean, after that, I stopped talking to him because he left me when I was little,
Yeah.
and
I don't understand how people can do that.
holding her, I'm like, I would never let this go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how people can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or it doesn't change them the same way it changes you in this. you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do a different one. The first one, scratch that one. I can't do that one right now. But I would say the birth of Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if everyone knows or anything, but Ryder was born 3 months early.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow.
He came out 2 pounds 4 ounces. But 88 days later in the NIC unit, 47 days in an incubator, on breathing tubes. He's turning 3. He's 2 now. He's gonna turn 3 soon. We were told, when you have your kid, your son, you want to hold him and all that, and we were told no for so long. We never missed a day that he was in the NIC unit. Didn't matter what we were doing. We always made it. If it was 2 a.m., 2 p.m., we were there. On his car seat test, where he has to sit in a car seat for more than, I think it's 2 hours and be okay. That's another time that he did that, so we were told we couldn't bring him home. again. So I would say after he got home is when I started just busting ass on everything. We just looked at everything differently.
Yeah.
It was a rough time, but I mean, I wouldn't trade him for a damn thing.
Well, yeah.
He's a blast.
Yeah, look what he's doing now. You know what I mean?
I mean, every dollar was worth it, but he's called the $1 million baby because of how much you had to go through, right?
He was born with a heart defect that he still has. He's gonna live with it for his entire life. But he got when he was in the NICU unit bi-daily, maybe every 3 days, echoes, checking his heart nonstop, making sure that it's still beating like it should. It's pretty healthy, so now he gets yearly checkups, which he has to get yearly checkups for the rest of his life. But he should be able to live a nice, healthy life. He can't. There's a chance that he can't play sports or anything like that. He can't take a hard hit to the chest. But look at me. I live the best life I can. I'm into cars, motorcycles, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's other stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of things.
That's for sure. I got two of them. First one would be when my dad passed away. That was a life changer. You look at it like it's still been a long time, and no day is easier.
No, never is. And you have a unique situation there, and I remember you telling me about this because you were on the fire department at that time.
Yeah.
You heard the page when your mom called.
Yeah, my brother called it in.
Oh yeah, your
Yeah,
brother.
my
Or your
brother.
brother.
Yeah,
sorry.
my brother
But
was
yeah,
on.
you heard your own address come across your pager.
That wasn't when he passed away. That was when he had a stroke, which they actually called it a brain aneurysm. That was when I was in town and I had my pager and stuff, and the address came through, and I'm like, holy shit, that's our house. And I got there, and you could tell obviously something was wrong. He was answering questions different and stuff, but when he passed away, I talked to him that night, and we had plans to do stuff with my race car and stuff. And the next morning, Mom called that he stood up and he fell over, and that was it, you know. So, and then the second one would be the birth of Keith, because I'm like, Chris, up until then, it was about me. It was about everything that I wanted to do. Selfishness, I guess you could say.
Independence more.
Well, you know what was? It was more like nothing mattered because it was about what I wanted to do. And you become a dad, you put him in that back seat, like Chris said. You drive more careful. It's not so much about you anymore. It's about protecting somebody, you know. And
Till we die.
yeah, so that would be my two.
I was a little different. I mean, yes, I drove carefully when we brought Colin home, but I could not get home fast enough. I didn't break any land speed records, obviously, but I could not get home fast enough because in those four walls,
You're safe.
I could protect him.
I looked at it more so as I was more. I was happy that it happened, but in a way, I remember a feeling coming over me like, "Holy shit!
Here we go.
I got another life I got to take care of here. I can barely get my own shit together. So how am I going to make sure I provide for myself, my wife, and another human life? You know, but what I can tell people is it just all works itself out. You can't sweat them things. You know, like Blake's going to have a newborn here. Brandon's going to have a newborn here. They're probably going to have the same feelings we all did. But it all just falls together and everything's going to be fine, you know? So.
And those feelings you talk about, we can sit here all day and try to explain them, but until it happens to you, you don't understand
It's
it.
got to happen, yeah. So
Even when Kiki was pregnant, it never really clicked that I'm about to be a dad. Then he was born, and it still didn't click. But the day we brought him home is when it hit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, holy shit.
yeah,
What the fuck did I do?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
pull out game week.
Yeah, his mom.
But yeah, that's it. It just didn't feel like Brandon. Talking to Brandon every day about it. We've been. She's coming up soon, like real soon, and he doesn't seem too stressed about it, not too phased about it. But I'm like, just wait, dude.
Just wait.
The
It's gonna
day
hit
that
you
you
like a
bring him
fucking freight
home,
train.
yeah, the day you bring him home is when it hits you hard.
Yeah.
Everything changes, and it's not for the worse at all. It is so much for the better.
Yeah. Especially having a boy.
Oh my
You
god!
know they're going to
As
carry on your legacy.
Yeah,
You know
as
what
a
I mean?
dad to a son, it's huge.
Yeah.
Your family's not allowed to do this anymore.
Yeah, this is
For fuck's
not
sake.
this is not good. I mean,
He didn't even get the Laura.
Yeah. What do you have, Keith? What was your life event?
I don't know. I haven't been on here long enough to experience like a kid being born or a serious death. But I mean,
Was graduating, maybe, for you?
yeah. But
what
it
about the
wasn't-
first time you started Grandpa's truck? The one that
Well, that was kind of what I was gonna say. Is I mean, to have my grandpa here would be something else. You know, to have him see what I did to his old truck and stuff.
you
but
wouldn't have it. He'd still be driving that one.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you wouldn't have that anymore.
He had
Yeah,
passed it on.
he would've
to,
passed it on, yeah.
to Matt and Dad drove
Yeah.
it before me.
Yeah,
but-
he sold it to me for $1, and then I sold it back to Keith for
Yeah.
$1 after this all went down. So
yeah.
yeah,
I feel like we need a fucking
I think we need
break
to
in
pause for
between.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, holy
Oh,
shit!
we're all done with that one.
All
now,
right,
guys?
fish lips. That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one is Matt Vetting. He wants to know what our favorite or most vivid childhood memory is, and I think we could decide on happy, a memorable,
Especially after the last one.
Yeah, let's go the other direction here. I mean, we all had some hard stories we had to talk about there in that last question. I think our childhood memory should be a special, happy one. So,
Yeah.
you want to start, Matt?
I can, sure,
Yeah,
because I still do my favorite childhood memories, and that's going camping. I've been camping since I was probably 2. I still go, but the camping and the family vacations and the memories that are made in that event, wherever you might go, is fantastic. I mean, we took the camper down to Florida to Disney World. We went to the Olympics in '96. I went to Mount Rushmore, and every trip like that, we took the camper along because that's just what we did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, during the summer, each summer, there's no less than probably 12 camping events a year. So it's memorable for sure. In each place you go to, you remember something from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keith, you're up.
Being around the track for race cars and stuff and just watching it growing up, and also Manitowoc used to do a big wheel race thing.
Oh, yeah.
Winning my first big wheel race.
Oh, yeah, that's right on the front straightaway.
Yeah,
With all the kids, yeah. I forgot about that one.
yeah.
That was a good one.
Shoot.
You got one, Chris? You're on the hot seat. I'm still over
I
here
mean-
thinking.
That's a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Longer than me.
I'm gonna go with first. So like my first bike, I remember getting my first bike, which was a big deal because I always had hand-me-downs and shit like that. But then when I got my own, like I paid for it, it was brand new. It was like nothing other than that, man.
Mine
I
got
was the
stolen.
cool kid on the block, you know. I had the
For
newest
real?
bike, you know. First car too, man. You don't forget
You
that.
don't forget that either, no.
I guarantee you, everybody at this table can tell you what your first car was.
Oh yeah.
Who still got their first car?
Negative.
John, you don't count. You just turned 16.
Yeah.
Your first one was
17, my
your
bad.
first one was a '68.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it the day before we graduated high school. My dad co-signed the loan.
Huh.
I got that truck, and then I remember, next day was graduation, and then running around picking up all the stuff with my mom, for the graduation party. I remember driving around in that truck anywhere anybody wanted me to go.
Oh yeah.
You were
I'll go
going.
get it for you, So that's when you first get your own vehicle. It's pretty neat. But yeah, I still got her. It's in the garage yet.
That's a good place for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but one of your daughters is getting it, right?
Well, that's what people say, but I don't know. The boys got. Depends on who's the best kid, I guess, when it's time to fill out the will.
So I guess it is one of your daughters.
Yeah. I don't know. I got quite a few childhood memories. A lot of them were going by Grandma and Grandpa's house. By Grandpa Keith and Grandma Marcy. I remember building snow forts, and then Grandma always had cookies. She was always baking. That's the one that stands out in my head. Another one would be the trips that I went on with them. We always went down to Alabama to see. It would have been my grandma's sister, Aunt Betty, and her husband, Uncle Leo. I remember them trips in the van. My grandpa always had caravans, so we had to get in the caravan and head down. I remember getting to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and it was like 50 degrees, and we always went down around spring break, so I could go along and wanted to go swimming. I had to go swimming, you know.
Yeah.
Grandpa says the pool's cold. You don't want to go swimming. Well, I asked enough, and Grandpa's like, "Okay, you want to go swimming? I'll let you go swimming." So I remember him sitting in one of them chairs at the edge of the pool, and he says to me, "Well, go ahead, jump in." I remember jumping in, coming out the other end, and him asking me, "You still want to swim?" Nope, I don't want to swim. One lap, that was it. I was done. But yeah, there was them trips, and then, you know, being by Grandma and Grandpa's house all the time when Mom and Dad had stuff going on, and another one would have been, you know, being younger and going to yacht club with my dad and my mom, and that was kind of the thing. My dad was very involved in Manitowoc Yacht Club, and I remember going there as a kid and helping out and cleaning up tables and doing dishes and then little chores and stuff there. That would be another one that probably stood out for me. Yeah. What do you got, Justin?
Mine's around the same thing. Not as you, but I have two. My dad used to be the groomer for the Lakeshore Snowmobile Club.
Okay.
So me and him would always real late, 1 a.m. Oh, you bored? Yeah, I'm bored. Let's go groom the trails.
Yeah,
Go get some snacks, and we just go grooming for 4 or 5 hours.
Sure.
That, and then back when the Expo still did snowmobile stuff in the winter, we had the radar runs that the Lakeshore Snowmobile Club ran. Every year I'd ask my dad if I can do it. Every year I just had a 500, just a little 500 XC Polaris. But he would always say no. The first year he let me do it, I took first in stock, modified, and the class above 600 custom. Because I was so light.
Yeah.
And then I jumped on I went from my 500.
Why is that so funny?
I'm having a flashback of what he said. We're going to blow away in the wind.
Oh. Yeah, the one day it was like 20-mile-per-hour winds. I went to check on my boy Justin to make sure he was still at the shop.
Fuck off. But then, so I took first in 3 classes because all my snowmobile had was a can to make it modified. So we took the can off, one in stock, put the can back in, one in modified. So we jumped up to the 600 class modified, and I took first in that one too. And then I jumped on my grandfather's 800 turbo and took first in that too. So it was just a blast. And then the very next year they stopped it because the new owners bought the Expo.
Yeah, that's right.
So the very last year that they had it was the only year I've ever ran the Expo runs.
that was that Winterfest thing, right? That they always had there. Yeah.
We had the oval
How
track.
fast were you?
I couldn't tell you anymore.
All right.
I think it was averaging almost 82 in that small stretch. But my uncle was running the radar run, so he's putting me in the nice packed snow before I go and all the good stuff. But yeah, I just took off. My grandfather's sled skis off the ground the whole way down. My dad looked proud as hell.
That's
How
quite
old were
a
you?
feeling, though.
It's
When
a
you're
wild feeling.
hanging skis like that, it's fun.
How old were you?
I think I was like 9 or 10.
Really?
Yeah, I was young. I've been snowmobiling,
handful.
Picture him like Superman hanging off the pair.
He ain't even touching a seat, just floating behind there.
It was fun. It was the turbo IQ or whatever, but yeah, my grandfather had an upgraded turbo on it, ECU flash, all the goodies. But yeah, I fell off a snowmobile once or twice, being as light as I am.
The wind blew him off.
All right, let's move on to the last one. Laura Seehafer, she wants to know, is it better to be kind or just honest?
Easy.
Easy one.
It's better to be easy.
No.
Oh,
You bringing it back?
Yeah, I can bring it back.
You bring it back.
You said kind or honest?
Honest. Yeah.
Honest. Truth hurts, but it's goddamn, it's the straight truth. I mean, if you can't live with it, grow a pair.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks. I would rather someone tell me the truth than just being nice to me the whole time. Especially with the photography I do. I don't need clients telling me, "Oh, it was so good," and then go tell someone else that it sucks. Feedback is the best thing you could ever have. I can't, I wouldn't try to make myself better without actual feedback.
Honest feedback.
Honest
Honest
feedback.
feedback. Yep.
Chad?
I looked at the question and I said, you got to be both.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to pick one or the other one. You got to be both. You got to be a kind person, but yet you got to be an honest person at the same time.
Depends on the person you're talking to.
That's
Matt never
true.
picks both.
Or situation.
Yeah,
Matt's just a dick.
yeah, that's true. I would rather have a friend tell me honestly, to my face, what's going on, even though how difficult it was, than hide stuff and like Justin said, you hear it down the grapevine through somebody
Oh,
else.
that's the
You know
worst.
that.
I don't.
You know, and then they sat and lied right to your face and said, "Oh yeah, everything's all good, and you hear from somebody else that, no, it wasn't. You know, now you're wondering now. A, you're wondering what the hell went so sideways, and then B, you're wondering why the hell couldn't they just come tell me in the first place?
Right,
So,
yeah.
In my situation, it'd be something like I can fix it now.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
fix it 2 months from now.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the way it is here too with vehicles. You know, I mean, everybody's a human. People make mistakes. We're all different for that very same reason. If there was that perfect person in the world, we'd all be Tesla robots. You know, everybody's
Yeah.
programmed to do it all the same. That's the beautiful thing about human life. We're all different. So,
First miss.
you know, something happens here at the shop and a mechanic screws up, we just need to know. We'll make it right. But then you hear it down the grapevine from somebody else and you're terrible and
Yep.
you're a piece of shit. But the thing is, we never got the opportunity to make it right. It's not like you walked in the door and we said, kiss our ass, you know, we're not doing anything for you. It was
Right.
the factor that you never even, you weren't even told about it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Like the Beetle today.
Correct.
Just
Mhm.
like the Beetle today.
What do you got, Chris? You
John
gonna be,
Lennon or
yeah,
Paul
yeah.
McCartney?
Paul McCartney. Yeah,
Herbie.
I want people to be honest with me, so I'm gonna be honest with you. So
yeah. But you're a kind person too.
I can be.
Yeah.
Where?
You can be a dick too.
That's what I've always said. I'll match your energy.
Yeah.
What you give me is what I'm going to give you back. If you're a dickhead, you're short with me, you got bad temper, well,
Oh, yeah.
you're going to see them things back. But I mean, whatever you put towards me, I'm going to give you that exact same effort back.
Right.
That you know, it's very simple in life. That part of life I got figured out. That's pretty easy one. You know.
I mean, I kindly bullshit with everybody unless I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That explains a lot.
I bullshit with you sometimes.
We don't blame you.
Whatever. I hate you all.
I can't. I'm out of beer.
We have our beer assistant here today.
No, I'm a one a day. I gotta go pick up Ryder after this.
He weighs 30 pounds, remember?
Oh, that's right. Very light.
You guys saw me during the Christmas party. I can drink a good amount.
Zeke, what do you got, Zeke?
Oh, I think we could insert a picture there from the Christmas party.
My belly.
Yeah, your artwork. Your Matt's artwork.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll send it to you.
I don't want to see no cum shots on his belly.
Close enough.
That was from Matt too. No, what do you mean?
Guys,
It's
get
the
a room.
it's the shop profile picture.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
These guys bet me that I wouldn't go tell that girl to paint my belly, and well, I had a fucking big smiley face on my belly.
What the hell happened to me? Why did I get mine painted?
Because you were fucked up.
Yeah. You were the girl.
You did it after you were in the bathroom for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. You had a puking rally. I was proud.
That's where you
Was it white?
You
Oh,
flopped.
you always
I
got
don't
puke and
know, I didn't
rally.
look.
Yeller.
I
think
puked,
they
got
were
out,
yellow.
got rumple mints, and went back to her.
Ah, you're my hero.
And everyone's like, "Oh, you always do that in your first Christmas party." Fuck if you think I ain't going to do it on the second one too.
Hey, Brandon really shaped up on the first one,
Yeah.
or on the second one. Sorry, the
Second
first
one.
one was a shit show. I had to carry him back to his room.
That's the best.
Yeah. Honest or kind, Keith?
I'd agree with both, but I mean, I'd rather have someone be honest with me than bullshit me. You know?
Then just be kind to your
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Matthew?
Both depends on the situation.
Yeah.
You know, honesty is always the best policy, but
Killing with kindness is another one.
correct.
Yeah.
But you also gotta evaluate your situation. You need to be kind to a person and compassion.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. You need to give
empathy. All
if
that
they-
shit adds up to whatever the situation is. You know,
if they mean something to you, you got to be nice.
if it's your car,
Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know, you always got to be honest with the person. Yeah, your car is, it's
Fuck.
time for a new one. Worst case scenario, it's time for a new one.
The
Yeah.
Taurus.
But the other side of it, if we go back a couple of topics to Daytona's topic, you need to be kind. You know, somebody at that point
Yeah,
of view.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but that's being a good friend, I guess.
Cool. Let's go on to VC sponsored race cars. I didn't have any results for Brett Wenzel in his stock car. Eric Malik ran his stock car at 141. He was 8th in the heat. Ran the B main, he got 3rd, and he finished 12th in the feature. Josh McDonald, I didn't see any race results. I don't think he ran. Justin Green ran his late model at Seymour. He finished feature of 7th. I had no heat race results because them late model guys are way up here. Yeah, you guys remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan Pafford ran a sport mod at 141. He had 7th in the heat and 9th in the B main. Gavin Dyer, he ran the CKNA kart series, and it says an accident took him out of the top 3, so he was running good and got in a little tangled mess there with somebody, but then he hopped in his junior kart and he finished 2nd place in the junior division, so that was a nice run for Gavin. I have to bring up, finally, I got some results for Pat Holzbach with his pulling
Come
truck.
on now.
Yes, he got her out. Won his class with a pull of 322.14 feet, and he ran that down the track at 27.10 miles per hour. So,
Holy cow.
yeah, he pulled the shit out of that. It's a good looking
Fucking
truck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I got for you guys for what went on in the racing world. So why don't we just move on to Keith's Cleaning Corner? And what are you going to showcase for us today on your little rendition here?
Those look like white towels over there.
Well, bam!
Well, bam! Well, bam!
White towel. No, we have Wabam wipes. Very good for cleaning your hands and tools when they get greasy.
Great
What
for
kind
your
of tools?
Mm-hmm.
No, not matte, but
Oh,
ones you use.
Snap on.
I know.
Pretty sure you could clean your wiener off with that.
No, don't do it. It hurts.
how's it feel, Matt?
I can't answer that.
It's
No, I use those for a lot of my tools. Clean off all the extensions, the sockets, and all that. The thing rocks.
Mhm.
I love that stuff.
They're a very, very good product.
Ryan will hook us up if you need to order. Let us know.
Yeah, we have them here.
Yeah, we have them in the shop.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Buy them up.
Link in bio.
Yeah. Go on our website. We have that stuff on eBay, Amazon. Check them out. What is that tub? Is that $9.99 for that tub of wipes, or $11.99 or something like that?
$14.99, I believe.
Is it that much?
For the 70, that's the 75er, not the smaller one. That's a bigger one.
Oh,
Yo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. They're very strong. They got some fibers in there. They don't rip. They don't shred like some of the cheaper ones.
Yeah, and they got a cool.
It's got a good smell. Citrus.
Yeah, they
smell.
got a cool smell.
Oh, here goes Matt huffing again.
Fucking butt sniffer.
Wow, holy fuck.
Damn, good job.
Nailed it.
I think we kind of took care of Cleese. Fuck.
Yeah. Cletus is cleaning.
Cletus.
Let me try that again.
Clitoris is cleaning corner?
I would not clean your clitoris with one of them.
You would definitely know if you had any open pores
Yeah.
down there. That shit would burn.
Yeah, like rug burn.
She's going to tangle. Little.
Fuck it.
That's what my dad always told me.
No fucking way you missed that.
My dad,
I threw a left hand. I can't hold my dick when I pee with my left hand.
my dad always told me that. Just stick your finger in there and then rub your eye. If your eye burns, get the hell out of there.
That was your dad's life advice?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if it smells like fish, it's a good dish. If it smells like cologne, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Oh, this is getting cut out.
Smells like pussy to me. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So all I got for the ending for us guys is shop projects. What are you all working on? What have you worked on the past week? Anything interesting? Anything boring?
I got an El Camino done. Got the transmission back in it, rear main all done. We sent that out Tuesday? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Sent that out. He showed up in a side by side and picked it up.
Sweet.
Scared the hell out of me. I think
yeah,
it's
I did
lost.
see he's got a new one by his house.
Yeah.
Would they
yeah,
park it in
yeah.
the back of the El Camino?
Yeah.
No, it won't fit.
I got all the new windows in the 49.
49. Yep.
So that's
Very
nice.
nice looking tinted glass.
Oh yeah, great move.
Yeah, looks good.
Got the hood back on it.
Everything go good with that?
No, I cracked the glass.
It's all right.
So
It's all right.
Happens.
I did talk to the guy that cut the glass, and he pointed out a few things that might have caused it. And I came back to the truck, and sure enough, I found something. So like last week, I learned something new, and I guarantee I won't ever do that again.
That's the biggest thing in this whole process here.
Yeah.
As long as you keep learning,
yeah, it
you'll
was
be
just.
all right.
He even said it was shit luck how it ended up, 'cause, how flat it ended up bottoming out on a screw that I used to put the seal up. He said that screw was flat. It shouldn't have cracked on it, but it just had a little bit of a lip, a little bit of roundness that ended up splitting the window when I tightened it up.
Son of a...
Bitch.
Yeah.
But he got that dropped off by him. He's gonna get that cut up for us real quick.
Nice. Nice. It'll be good. I ain't working on much.
Well, you're excavating.
Yeah, excavating. Doing a little digging up in Green Bay.
Getting the race car ready.
Yeah, race cars. I know I got to make something for you. I got to weld up an aluminum wheel. Buttoning up this hot rod project behind us here. That'll be out of here very shortly. Yeah, just helping out around shop with stuff you guys need. But what are you working on, Chris? I know that semi's done. Turned out fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that thing's a beaut, Clark.
Yeah.
Should we pop up some pictures of that?
Yeah, we should probably get
Yeah.
some pictures of that on there. Yeah.
In the doodle bug, I've been working on that too.
So for the people, what is a doodle bug? What is this particular doodle bug?
This thing is a 1927 Hudson, and it's basically they turned the vehicle into a tractor.
Yeah, it was Matt's first car.
Yeah,
I bought it new.
Oh shit, 27, huh?
Flintstone that son bitch.
I hate that you fuckers think I'm 100 million years old.
No, you just act like it, you gouchy fuck.
Maybe it's the people I surround myself with right now.
Could be, yeah. Start to become what you hang around with.
Yeah.
Kiki says I'm the reason she has gray hair, so probably.
She's got
Ki-
gray hair already?
Kiki says
one
other
or
things
two.
about me.
Yeah.
You're the reason why I got gray hair too.
You have white hair. You are prime.
I think he's coming on to you.
It's
How
getting
you
fucking
doing?
weird. Keith, your turn.
Yeah, what do you got, Keith? What are you working
We
on?
had a lot of people flocking into Keith's cleaning corner
Yeah,
this week.
yeah, you got two nice ones you knocked out, a Chevy and a Ford.
Yeah, the Chevy was a full interior and exterior detail. And then the Ford was a full exterior detail. No interior. You kept it really nice.
Yeah,
And then a hand polish on the wheels with Sick Rigs products.
yep,
Nice.
So,
You probably got some pictures of that you put in there too, huh?
absolutely.
Keith was nice enough to take those ones.
Yeah, boy.
yeah, Justin played sick.
Now you're back on the Bel Air a little bit. Get that vintage air all buttoned up.
Yeah.
Training going back in too.
Mm-hmm.
I see that new crate motor's in there.
Looks so good.
Nice looking motor.
Mm-hmm.
Blueprint.
Very blueprint, fuel injection, serpentine belt system on there.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Looks really
Blue
good.
Point, Blueprint.
Blueprint. Yeah.
Did I say Blue Point?
No.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You make me second guess myself.
It gets confusing.
He would. He's a big snap-on guy. He's probably got snap-on undies on right now. Thong.
Well, I'm very impressed you think I'm wearing underwear.
Just a guess.
You
That
can't
explains
not
a
after
lot.
that rug burn.
As old as
That's
you
gonna have
are,
to come out.
as old as you are, you better wear them special underwear.
Yeah, the old butter balls will be
Yeah.
hanging down to my knees.
Yeah.
I think they call them depends.
Yeah, wear them depends. Bam, no shit stains in your undies.
Yeah, you just throw them away.
I gotta get some of those.
I got some if you need some.
That's what I guess that's one thing I'm looking forward to in life too, is being old and like
You shit yourself.
smile at the
What the fuck?
nurse.
Where's this going?
You know, smile at the nurse and just fucking shit yourself.
Oh, man.
Smile like
huh?
Kiki.
Yeah,
I might do that tonight.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Kiki is a housewife, ain't she?
yeah, that's right. Matt could go in there. Now already.
Oh no, Matt couldn't. There's a weight limit.
Yeah.
Oh. I've been working on a lot of odds and ends, helping out the guys with what they got going on. A lot of educational opportunities for them.
Yeah.
And
Especially with the new guy.
New guy. Yeah, new guy Brad.
New guy Brad.
That's what you call
Um,
office work is opportunities.
I thought maybe Keith used to say he oiled the wheels on his chair.
His snap-on chair.
Yeah, snap-on chair.
That fucker is comfy.
It is, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Better than the hand-me-down Kohler one that I used to have.
I mean, you've been helping me out. You came out and helped the windows and all that kind of stuff. I didn't
Yeah.
have the confidence to start the window
That's
project.
because you're a bitch.
Was he licking
Well,
them?
fucking Keith cracked the other one trying to get it back in, and just with that, I'm like, I should get a second hand out here. You know, I've never installed a window in a vehicle myself ever.
Yeah.
So you came over and showed me how fucking really easy it was.
Well, I wish Keith would
So-
ask me that. We would be in a different situation.
Yeah, not replacing
He
windows.
was getting new glass. Anyway.
That wasn't the plan.
Oh, Keith. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Who's getting ass?
Did you have to clean
Not
him
me.
after he was there? Get all the tongue prints off him?
Yeah, for fuck's sake, I'm the helmet marks.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You got any football cards? Football cards? All right, boys. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Good show again. Thank you all for viewing.
Deuces.
I got to piss.